Hi friends, I hope everyone's doing super well. It's pretty cold here in Colorado, and I've honestly been wanting to go camping more than anything, but the weather's not agreeing with me. Then I had this idea to go indoor camping. So get in your comfy clothes and I'll show you how we do it. I wanted to make some s'mores, so there's two types. We have some skillet s'mores and of course the classics. I also wanted to make some decorations for the tent, so I made this little banner out of recycled newspaper that's pretty easy to do. And I also made this really pretty snow light jar. I'm not quite sure what I call it, but it's kind of magical. I was most excited to make these skillet s'mores. They're just a showstopper and kind of a fun alternative to the classics. So I'm going to pop those in the oven under the broiler to kind of mimic the campfire feel and taste, and then let those sit for 2 minutes. Then they should be a really nice golden brown and ready to eat. Next, I'm making the classics with the graham cracker base, covering those suckers in chocolate, and of course marshmallows. And then I put these in the broiler again for about 2 minutes. You can do less if you want them less brown, and then covering them with another graham cracker. These are messy but delicious. For the skillet ones, just enjoy with a graham cracker. It's a little bit tricky to eat, but so tasty. Tastes just like you roasted it on a stick over a campfire. And then of course, the classics, which I could eat probably every day. Yum! And now to wash down all that chocolate, I'm of course making more chocolate. I wanted to make some hot chocolate, so I have some cashew milk and some homemade hot chocolate mix. I'm measuring out a cup because I really love chocolate, and I did add a lot of milk on accident. That's what I get for not measuring. So I'm going to mix everything together and then stir and bring to a boil. And it smells amazing. If you want to spice things up, you can add a little bit of whiskey or even peppermint schnapps. Next up is our snow glowing jar. So I'm taking some fake snow, you can also use just regular stuffing, and wrapping it around the little battery holder of my string lights, and then stuffing them in kind of like a parfait. So I'm doing lights, then snow, then lights, then snow, until I get everything arranged just how I want it, making sure all the lights are kind of on the edge with a few in the center to make it really glow. Last but not least, I wanted to make a whimsical camping banner, so I'm taking some old newspaper clippings and cutting them into little triangles. I'm going to fold down one corner, make a small little snip, and then put a piece of yarn through. I measured out about 4 feet of yarn. Because this is the very end, I am going to just tie it off, that way nothing falls or slips down. I did find that they do stay in place because they're pretty light, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side, make a little cut, thread the yarn through, pull all of it through, and then repeat this process on the next, probably 15 little triangles, and then it's done. Now, while I was getting everything ready, I went and checked out my old tent, and it was a little bit scary. There were a few spiders, I was missing a few poles, and so I got to thinking, what should I do for a tent? And luckily, my roommate has one. So this brings me to my next bit of advice in the event that you don't have a tent. Okay, so the living room is clean, my dog's taking a nap, I've made some s'mores, so we are ready to put up the tents. Wish me luck. Luckily, this tent came with instructions. It's kind of embarrassing, I really haven't been camping in probably 100 years. But I got everything up pretty easy. I got the little clips on last, and of course there's the nice tent cover to keep the rain out. If I was actually camping, I'd want to stick everything down, but because I'm in the living room, I just put a blanket underneath the tent, that way nothing scratched the wood. And ta-da! Next, I put the cover on and I covered it in lights. I added a little fake cactus and put my banner on the inside. Okay, so the tent setup was a success. I am all nice and snuggled in here already. I got some Christmas lights up. You can see them through the tent, which I like a lot. And now I'm gonna make the inside nice and cozy and ready for a nice evening at home. I really wanted to make it as cozy and magical in there as possible, so my plan was to cover it with comforters and of course add my little table. That way I can set up my computer to watch some Netflix and Disney Plus. I added a bunch of couch cushions, some pillows, blankets, getting it all cozy. And then I went ahead and set up my little TV table. This is a 3-person tent, so it fits me and my 80-pound dog just fine, luckily. I added a candle, a nice little amethyst, of course, and our jar snow light, which really made it feel magical and whimsical in there. And it's all done. Okay, it's all done, and I'm ready just to relax and enjoy a cozy night. I think there's something extra special about camping indoors. It just feels really like a fort and just honestly pure magic. Okay, the tent is done and super cozy and awesome, and we might not relieve, I think. Yeah. If everyone has a great 2020, I'm gonna eat these s'mores. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.